Misfits, and welcome to the Misfit Adventurers podcast, a TTRPG podcast where our group of friends sit around and play some of our favorite games set in our own homebrew settings. I am the Dungeon Master, Amanda, and I hope that you will join us and enjoy the stories we have to offer. Let's get into it. Okay, so the last time we were all together, you guys were on the island in a mysterious cave. You had collected items off of bodies that Bill, who knows, had directed you towards. You found out that these bodies seemed to all be crew members of the Crimson Fang, this notorious gang of pirates that was rampant like 50 years ago and was led by the Cloud King. But you collected what you needed, and John sort of led you out, or led you towards the way out of this sort of cave system on the island, though was very cryptic about like why he didn't want to leave with you. You were able to escape the island, though Hoots did get hit and fell ill in the process. And it was a tenuous sort of situation getting away from the island. It definitely wanted to keep you there, but you managed to get away. Upon re-entering the material plane, you tried to message Allie, and he did not respond. You found out that a lot of time had passed. 9 months-ish had passed. Fortune's Favored had disappeared. Some of your crew had left and taken other jobs. Allie had been arrested and taken to Alamthir to serve time. You messaged Konari, and sort of told him how long you'd been gone and that the summit had already happened in y'all's absence. And he had sort of told you that he's been working his way through the plains trying to find the Mythic Six. You talked to Mortimer. He's the one who told you that the summit had already happened and not gone well. Told you that Fortune's Favored was missing, in the very similar manner to what happened to Darren's family. And you got all your stuff back from Fa and Fee, I think, the turtles. Yeah. Though the earring is missing. It had presumably been stolen several months ago. And then you headed up to the monastery. Hoots got healed, and through some careful medicine work, Master Featherright was cured. So Master Featherright's eyes open suddenly. You watch his chest rise and fall. He blinks and squints as he takes in the sight of the room and the people in it. Then his eyes come to rest on you, Hoots. My devoted student, I knew you would find your own path and not be deterred. You have done well.
Hoot, 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 hoot. Hoots just immediately starts crying, gives his master a hug.
Hoot, 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 hoot. Yes. Big hug. Absolutely. And, the other sort of Owlin monks in the room, waste no time administering any further healing or restorative magics. And in no time he looks very much like his old self. Sort of begins sort of puffing his feathers out and sort of preening himself just a little bit. Oh, it is so good to see you. You have been on a long journey, my young student. Tell me about what you have learned.
So, of course, Hoots goes ahead and delves in. First thing, of course, is he talks about the newfound powers he's found by dying. I think that's a big, big part of his, biggest part of his journey so far, meeting death herself. And I'd like to say that, really Hoots, kind of tries to generate the shadow, the darkness, just try to show him with his wings, his hands, just like showing some of the power of death that he has found and discovered.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think you would see on your master's face like a sense of pride, and he does seem to be like thoroughly impressed and pleased with what you have managed to achieve, in spite of being like robbed of your comforts. Like your master that you've depended on was taken from you, and you had to sort of find your own path on by yourself, and he seems to be very proud of what you've accomplished. Indeed, you have been on a long journey, but I suspect that journey is not yet over. You have taken all of my teachings to heart and stayed true to our tradition. I am proud to say there is nothing more that I could teach you here.
Hoots looks exceptionally confused. I think he'll go ahead and tell us, but Master, I am still a mere disciple. I feel like I have not learned everything that you could teach me.
I tell you this with the greatest respect and joy I can offer. You will be my student no longer. You have graduated beyond needing me. This next chapter is one you must write yourself.
Hoots is... he doesn't know how to react to this.
Yeah.
Just absolutely... kind of... I mean, dumbfounded. I think he just stands there, just confused.
Yeah. What more could you learn here? You've learned so much by leaving, by forging your own path. To be back here would stunt your growth, put a cap on things. There's still so much more you can learn, but staying here in the comforts of the monastery, under my wing, would not help you in this manner.
It's definitely less scary here, Master.
Less scary, but sometimes we have to face our fears in order to overcome them, to rise above them. What scares you about out there?
Well, Master, there's lots to be scared about, if I'm being honest. But everything, I guess, Master, everything that... Well, Master, you have been my motivation to face my fears. Being able to cure you, bring you back. I guess I don't have... I mean, now that you're back, I guess... I don't know what my motivation should be. I guess we're trying to save the world? But I feel like that is... That's really scary. And he starts he starts thinking of all these things like, oh my gosh, we have... I have to help save the world that we live in. And he starts just...
spiraling.
Hoot, 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 yeah, spinning his head.
maybe don't look at the big picture. Maybe break it down into smaller things, one step at a time.
So wise, Master.
Yes.
He starts to calm down.
Any marathon begins with that first step, that first place of your taloned foot.
Ooh, toot toot.
This goal is no different. It is scary, but you should take comfort in the fact that you achieved your initial goal. Of course, you have found other goals and quests along the way, but there is no threat to the monastery at present. There's no threat to me. You've accomplished that. You must think of why we practice what we do at the monastery, why we learn these ways in honor of death. There is a balance to this world, and if these threats that you are concerned of, that you're trying to stop, upset that balance, then it is your duty to try and put an end to these foreign forces and obstacles that are at play.
This is all who you can see in his body language. This is all beginning to make sense. Especially really striking a chord in him. Especially the part about the marathon. It starts with one step. Hoot, 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 hoot. Yes, Master. Well, I do have to say I have a wonderful party and friends who've joined me, and I've been able to join them along the way. And
I can tell that you have surrounded yourself with good people with good hearts. Some of you are perhaps a bit on the particular side. It wouldn't come across you every day, but I think your hearts are in the right place.
Yeah, and Hoots to me, look at my mechanical friend. Isn't that crazy?
Yes, he's very tall and
Hoot.
peculiar sight I've never seen a warforged before, but you know. But I thank you for taking care of my young student. He is very dear to me and to the monastery as a whole. I thank you for all that you've done for him in his journey. Master Brightwing will then approach you guys and sort of step forward. In honor of what you have done for this monastery, and for graduating from Featherwright's tutelage, I think it would be right to hold a ceremony in the main hall tomorrow. We would be honored if you would all attend.
Hoots looks back at everybody. Hoot.
She's like in tears because of what she's witnessed, and she's like, "Oh, sounds lovely. Thank you. Oh my gosh."
Of course, you can stay here at the monastery, or you can stay on your ship down at the docks. It's whatever works for you. You're welcome anywhere within our grounds. And Brightwing will leave. They'll sort of let you guys decide what you wanna do for the evening. It's nighttime. It's probably like, I don't know, 7, 8 o'clock. So I don't know what you guys want to do or what you can do for the remainder of the day. I know we're a little tapped on spells, so yes, some of those sendings may have to happen tomorrow. But
yes, absolutely.
I don't know. Is there anything in particular you guys would like to do?
So speaking of sending, I realized after last week's session that I had not gotten up to the amount of spells that I should know for 8th
Oh.
level. And so I have learned
dang.
sending.
Mm-hmm.
So are there any? I have 2 slots.
Yes!
All right.
Blasted.
Perfect. Okay. Well, who have we not talked to that we might want to? Do we want to try to send a Fortune's Favored just to see if, like, maybe they're on another plane? Oh, maybe we can talk to them.
Oh, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
And speaking as Darren at that suggestion is gonna be like, yeah, actually, because if we can make it through to them, I might be able to make it through to 18.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's worth a shot.
Let's try it.
Anything we want to tell them in particular, or just ask what happened, or
Yeah, I think first we need to know what happened before we can even begin to think of anything else to ask. I'd say.
okay.
Do we know who specifically on Fortune's Favored are you going to try to contact?
I feel like Ren would be the most personable, but Noel would probably be the one to give us the most complete, succinct information.
That is true. That is so true.
So fair. I was just afraid you were going to say Carol. I was going to have to talk like this.
Hilarious, dude.
No, because then we would have to schedule another jam sesh and like
yeah.
that's way more than
Half
25
the response
words.
is just like bagpipe sounds.
Okay, let me see specifics of sending. 25 words, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I'm putting
that can do sending. That's crazy. Oh.
video. I'm putting a video out Tuesday. Well, I guess when this goes up, it will already be out. It went out Tuesday.
About spells.
Spells that I think are broken. Sending is on my list.
For sure.
Fair.
There's just like nothing reining it in.
Oh wait, hang on. I can upcast sending, right? So technically I have 3 slots.
Yeah,
that
you
I
can
use.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So, Amanda, if you haven't added it yet, I just thought of it now. But heat metal, as situational as it can be.
Heat metal can be a big one. Yeah, I've already made the video and edited it.
Oh, you've already
I did. Okay, let's see. My list was sending, secret chest.
Yeah.
I got beef with secret chest. It ended the
Why?
campaign.
What?
It's literally like the only
4th level
reason.
spell ending a campaign.
4th level spell. I mean that monetary component's no joke, but I was throwing money at you guys. So, by that point, 5,000 gold was like chump
we got
change
that.
for y'all.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I mean, as it should be at like level 13.
I did healing spirit. It's a 2nd level healing spell. Range of 60 feet. You just create as a bonus action. You create this like healing spirit. It can move 30 feet like on your subsequent turns. Yeah, it's druid and ranger.
That would be
like
why we
imagine if y'all had healing spirit against that freaking tree. Like
Oh yeah.
it's one spell. It's one
Game
spell that just
changer.
lasts. Like
Crazy.
broken.
Yeah.
I think I did bestow curse.
Yeah.
Because there are some things in that. It's a 3rd level. All of my spells were below 5th level.
That's fair. Yeah.
It's a 3rd level, and it's pretty potent. And then silence, of course, because silence is... Silence, the only way to keep silence in check would be to go through, revamp all the spells, and make more of them not require a verbal component.
Correct.
Because so many of them do. Like, all the good ones do, for the most part.
It's like the explicitly anti-caster spell.
It's
Yes.
so mean. I mean, it just, like, shuts down a lich. Like,
Well, and the fact
completely.
that it has a longer range than counterspell.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. That's what
120 foot range.
That's what did me
counterspell
in.
60.
That's
Yep.
literally what ruined me.
It's like backed up.
Yeah, silence has a
big.
120-foot
So
range. There's no
insane.
save. Counterspell has a 60-foot
happens.
range. And on a lich's spell sheet, the only spell that doesn't have a verbal component is counterspell. I think. I'm pretty sure.
I think so.
It was just somatic, right?
I think so. But y'all were like 65 to 70 feet away the entire fight.
Yes.
It's fine. It's fine. There are a lot of reasons why that combat went
good.
down the way it went, and I wouldn't change it for the world, but
No, yeah, it will go down in history.
but I will forever read through the spells on any spellcasting enemy and swap some of them out because of silence. All right. Sending.
Yeah. So
What do we want to say?
oh boy, I'm on the edge of my seat.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Mm.
I have a few other
13.
ideas as well.
Yep. Y'all be thinking about I would love some input on broken magic items other than I guess what I already
It's so
brought
tricky
up.
to think about. Again,
Yeah.
I still think like the broom of flying, like its rarity is just
But
it's
for
uncommon.
me personally, I don't have any issue with the broom of flying. I mean, we got
I
a
don't have
flying
issue. Not
character
at all.
in our campaign, so it's like people that have issues with broom of flying are people that have issues with flying.
no, I
verticality
don't-
just adds fun
Yeah.
to like
I agree.
shit you can do. It
Once
just opens up.
once
Like
you wrap your brain around
things.
it, it's not that bad. All right, you
No,
ready?
yeah.
yes, this is exactly 25 words.
Okay.
So I'm going to cast sending to Null
Mhm.
and say, Null, I hope this works. We were stuck in Feywild when you disappeared. What happened? Where are you? And what do we need to know?
All
Right.
right.
Smart. Good for
You send the message.
Oh no.
There is no response.
She didn't even roll for that either.
I'm sorry. Don't you think in 9
was worth a
months
shot.
somebody would have tried it?
It was worth a shot.
I mean, you never know. You
That's
never know.
fair. It's fair. It's
I
fair.
don't think Mortimer has sending. Do artificers get sending? I don't think they do. They might. I don't know.
Mortimer also just has a bunch of shit that he can.
Yeah.
He probably
Yeah.
has like a sending stone for them on speed dial. Like,
Yeah, or another manuscript.
mm-hmm.
Okay.
No.
Worth a shot.
Oh, yeah.
And at least you know now that it doesn't work.
I just like want it because like I don't know. I have to try the obvious things because
Yeah.
I'm afraid that if we don't like
Well, and
later on,
sometimes they do work, you know?
you're gonna
Yeah.
be like, why didn't you do this? I'm surprised. You
I have
didn't."
started
Well, and-
compiling a list of like
no.
questions to answer when the campaign is over. So I've been trying to keep track of some things that like
Ooh,
have been head scratchers for y'all.
I love. Okay. So, some other possibilities. Escher, just to give him a heads up. And then
Oh, what's up? We're
Adrillis.
back.
Escher and Adrillis, I think, might want to know. we're back.
True, okay.
So
Yeah.
either of them, both of them, you have
My
slots for.
two flamboyant British men.
I was gonna say they're kind of,
They're quite similar.
They really are.
but I feel like Escher does not care for Adrillis though, like at all. feel like Escher's like
Probably not.
You know what I mean? He's like
I think
this
I
fucking
think
guy.
their individual vibes of camp just don't.
They're too
They
similar.
clash.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oil and water.
Yeah.
You can't have like two big divas in one room, you know?
Ah,
Like
can't have any personality.
they'd kill each other.
Yeah. They both have to be the center of attention.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Escher?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Sure.
And that's half the reason why like Escher and Zephyr are such a volatile couple, or have been. Because Zephyr
Because
is
both of them
also
are
a
drama
bit of
queens.
like
Yeah.
Zephyr likes attention as well, but
Of course.
I do think Escher has matured a bit.
No, I agree.
He's had a good while.
Yeah. I would
It's had a good while.
I would
and
think that
Zephyr's
like
been stupid.
Escher likes to be like the center of attention and the big head honcho, except when concerning Zephyr. Then I don't think he cares if he like, you know,
Yeah.
steps aside or steps down,
I agree. Yeah.
which is not saying something. We
Bringing
don't know
back-
what Zephyr thinks because he hasn't been here.
Yeah. Bringing back Master Featherite has given us another bingo space.
Oh
We still
yeah.
don't have bingo. No, we still don't have bingo, but that is a bingo space for us.
Okay. That's right. Yours are like
Very
They're
random.
like events.
but
Yeah.
they're like very like campaign specific events.
Yeah.
I feel like mine are a little bit more general.
Yes, you could use those for any campaign. Yeah.
Because like some of mine are like 3 nat 20s or more in a row,
Right. yeah.
or like the party guesses a major plot twist,
Oh.
which is one of the
How many
ones that I
times have we
checked
done
off,
that?
but I
Yeah.
I checked it off, but I don't I think I
think you
kept
told
it
us.
from y'all.
Yes.
Yeah. I make a player cry.
Yeah.
The party forgets to inside check someone important, or the party demands to inside check someone unimportant.
Look, that should be marksman.
Yeah,
Yeah. Sure.
We did that like 6 times last session.
that
Oh my
poor little.
god.
Well,
Gosh.
my mind always goes back to that poor little gnome that just wanted to be a lighthouse keeper.
Yes.
In
so
like
funny.
session 2, in Flimwick.
That's because we were just traumatized
I
from
just
like
wanna-
Konari.
I just want to be a
Yeah.
lighthouse keeper, and you're like, inside check. What do you really want? What is it? Oh man, gosh.
Never
Amazing.
again. You know.
Mm.
Never again. Never.
Yeah, one of these is an item I gave them is used to fuck me over. I'm expecting that to happen at some point.
Let's say I don't think we've done it yet, but it's coming. I think.
I
I'm sure.
feel it. I can feel it coming. I can feel it
I feel it coming.
tonight.
I mean, Phil Collins is an honorable reference. I was thinking of The Weeknd. Well,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, mine are a little bit more general. There are some that are campaign specific. Like, the free space was Revan goes down.
I think mine was the same thing.
One of my spaces is
Yeah.
Cthulhu is unleashed and I have to rewrite the next campaign.
Yeah, that's one of mine too. Yeah.
We'll try to keep that space up too.
Yeah. I know some of these I'm like, we better not get, and some of these I'm like, we need to get. It's like I don't know.
Yeah. Yep. Man.
I just realized I'm looking at this Holy Symbol of Selene. Like, if you look at her eyes, like both upside down and right side up, they kind of work both ways.
Salune.
Okay, so I can phrase something
Oh lord.
the way that Benji knows that Escher would be more acceptable of having it worded. Or I can word it the way Darren would word it.
Darren.
And I think I'm going to go with the way Darren would word it.
Hey,
WWDD?
Darren.
WWDD. What would Darren do?
I'm all about character motivation.
Okay. Hang on.
No idea.
I'm excited now.
Right?
All right, guys, let's play a game. Let's guess and see what part of the sending budget was talking about.
Oh, you will know. You will absolutely know.
Love.
Okay. So I'm gonna send to Asher. Sorry for missing the summit. We were stuck in Feywild. We're back. We know Fortune's Favored disappeared. Any developments on your endeavors? How's Sleepy Boy?
Sleepy.
I know Asher will hate
Sleepy
that, but
boy.
that's how Darren would work.
Yep.
Shit.
Or that's. I feel like that's how Darren would word that.
No, 100%. Sincerely, Darren and the hose. Oh, that's so good. So who was just at the summit? Was it just Escher and Mortimer? And then,
And then,
the
like-
leaders?
Various world.
Prime ministers and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh, that must have been such a shit show.
I mean, what did they? What
You
would
have
they
no
talked
idea.
about?
Like, why were they?
Like, what would they have talked about?
Well, I mean, they were like, "Why are we here?"
Exactly.
Oh man. Let's see. Y'all talk amongst yourselves.
We were also thinking about sending to Adrillis, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
'Cause he'd probably have questions about us being just
Disappearing. Yeah.
outy McScouty for 9 months.
Yeah.
Let's see. I can do that in less words.
Also, you know, if we're gonna take his ship somewhere, he should probably know that like we're the ones on it.
Yeah.
God. Ugh. Hang on, I need to revisit some notes here. That's from Star Trek. That's from. Oh, that's right. I still have. Okay, I just remembered something I have. I don't think that'll be useful right now, but I'm glad I remembered I have it. Okay. Okay, I'm revisiting what Selune had said about the blood tears. And she said that the magic of these red crystals would be too much for any mortal soul. One alone would drive you mad, causing you to twist into a dark and deranged version of yourself that your own kin would struggle to recognize. But if a mortal were to possess them both, it would surely overwhelm them, causing them to perish. What I fear more than them falling into mortal hands, however, is if both were to be found by my sister. Her reclaiming her own talisman would enhance her power, but if she were to also possess mine, she could threaten to dampen my magic or siphon my power. So if Mackenzie would have taken it, I assume he would have perished.
Theoretically, do we know which one was which? Like which one we had?
I don't think you
Okay.
know.
But if she said that, okay, if she said her reclaiming her own talisman would enhance her power, but if she were to also possess mine, she could threaten to dampen my magic or siphon my power. I think then that Mackenzie would have just had Shars. That's the one that was in him, and I think the one we had was Salune's. Is my guess. It's just
The good
purely,
guess. It makes sense.
it's purely speculation on my part, but that's just judging from those words. That's what I would guess, but we don't know for sure.
Yeah.
So it's so interesting because it's like if Mackenzie would have taken it, he theoretically should be dead. So, but then it's like, go
I
ahead.
know plot-wise, it makes the most sense for Father Mackenzie to have taken it because we don't know who else worships her. But like other people theoretically
he could have
worship
sent
her.
He could have sent a lackey to do it,
Yeah, or she could have sent someone else to do it.
or she could have gotten it. Yeah.
All right. Darren, you hear back. Show up when you feel like it. In Pelamari, trying to schmooze some idiots. There have been attempts to take him, but he's safe. But he's still safe here.
Pelamari, okay.
I love that he used 8 of his words to just
Yeah, no, I know.
Just
show up when you feel like it.
reprimand
That's so
us
funny.
for being
Listen,
things outside of our control.
Some things
What-
never
That is
change.
pretty Escher, though. That's on.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
that's in
Yeah,
character.
yeah.
It would be
Very
out of
accurate.
character for
So
him to
funny.
give a succinct message with no snark. So
That is
Yeah.
true. Just always
So-
funny.
Oh, right. Yeah. So Escher's in Pelamari with
okay.
Sleepy Boy. Apparently there have been a couple of attempts to take him, but he's fine. He said trying to schmooze some idiots. So I think that means there are still people there, because that's where the thing was gonna be, right?
Right,
Yes.
yeah.
It was.
There
Pelamari's a
might-
pretty big city, though. Like, it could be.
could just be him trying to rub elbows with the upper crust.
Hmm.
They're trying to go after someone else he thinks could help somehow.
Maybe. Okay, so Idrillis,
Our sugar daddy.
our sugar daddy.
sugar daddy. I guess before you message Adrillis, make. I guess any of you can make either an intelligence or an arcana check.
What is my bullshit? It's not
Can't believe
great,
you're
I
doing
don't think. Okay.
Can I roll for Isla?
Sure.
Because her.
Anybody filling in for those that are out
Oh.
can roll for them.
Cool.
Absolutely. Yeah, so that's
Don't mind.
that's not a great one. Lol. But we'll do this one for Revan.
That's a
Okay.
Darren knows nothing.
I got
Okay.
a 14 and a 15 for. me and
Orlana
Isla.
got a 21.
Oh shit.
Go Orlana!
And Nat 20. Darren rolled a 1
Holy shit. Or Alana?
for Orlana.
You said intelligence or arcana?
Yes.
Okay. Revan also got a 21 for arcana. That's so funny. Well,
So both Orlana and Revan, upon hearing that some attacks have been made against Zephyr while he's been sleeping, sort of stop and they're like, well, hang on a second. Didn't we get that spell component that Escher needed to go look for him? Why is he still asleep? Why haven't they gone and gotten him?
That's a good
wait.
question.
Huh.
Oh my god.
Hmm.
It's a great question.
I'm curious. There.
Should I ask him where the fuck the rod is?
Yeah.
Do we want to?
Or
You only
what-
have one left, right?
Because
Do we wanna-
yeah, I have one left for tonight. We handed that off to somebody that was working with him.
You gave it to,
We gave
like,
it to-
he has it.
Like I thought we picked it up from somebody.
You picked it
Yes.
up from someone and delivered it to Escher
Delivered
himself.
it to Escher.
Yes, that was the dragon turtle fight.
Yeah.
She got chomped.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And also,
okay.
Allie got fucked up.
Yeah. Oh my god. What if? Okay, I mean, I do think we need to know that. And Adrillis, we don't have to message him tonight. That's fine. But like, I wonder if
Yeah.
like the elementals like took it or something when they were attacking. Maybe that was, I don't know. I don't know if they would have, but I'm just trying to think of what could have happened. That's so
Okay,
weird.
so
What is happening?
he might. So if he's still asleep, that means they didn't.
Maybe they
get
tried
him.
and they didn't find him.
Maybe. Oh my god. Was that something that Escher was going to do alone, or was he going to have assistance from Fortune's Favor, Mythic 6. I mean, maybe not, but like...
I don't
That
think the
seems-
specifics were ever discussed in front of y'all,
No, they
but
weren't.
yeah. You definitely overheard like Mortimer and Escher talking at one point, and Mortimer was like, "You're soon to have all the things you need to be reunited with Zephyr," or whatever. But yeah, and you went and got that spell component for him, and then
What if Fortune's Favored was picking up something else for him
Maybe.
Yeah, he
and
might not
disappear
have
on their way back?
Maybe.
Okay.
He sends 2 groups to send up to get different spell components, and they both disappear very shortly apart.
Love.
We at least got him his stuff, man.
that's true. Of course, he only gave Ronan like 10 silver for.
Oh yeah,
That was when he
Oh,
gave
that's
everybody
so
10
funny.
platinum. But gave
Yeah,
Ronan
and then I got 10 silver.
That's so good.
that is when that happened. You are correct.
Okay, let me
Peak
figure out how to word
Escher
this.
pettiness.
100%.
Man.
I mean, not
Yeah.
unwarranted though. Sorry, Case.
Yeah, you did steal
Yeah.
Zephyr's eye, so.
I didn't know that's what it was.
I know.
It's true.
Okay.
I loved, there was a moment before y'all figured out, what it was that Ronan had taken. And before Ronan really, I don't think I told you what exactly it was. I just told
No, you gave me
that
a
you stole
description.
something from him.
You gave me a description and said, "By the way, you stole it from Escher," and I went, "Shh."
Yeah, and you, like, you found out it was a arcane focus, and you were like, shit, did I take Escher's arcane focus or whatever? and that made me laugh.
Which would have been way funnier and in her brain way more justified to be upset about.
right? No. It was far worse.
Far worse. Much worse.
Man, good times.
I'm just admiring these dice, Casey. So pretty.
Hmm?
I'm admiring the dice you got me.
Oh.
The waves crashing.
I'm glad you like them.
We
course.
love some dice. Big
One thing about me, love some dice.
Ugh, I buy too many dice. So many
I-
dice.
Never enough.
I asked for a dice bag because I was like, I don't have any more storage for my dice, so I haven't had any new dice since.
Well, I got the Bulbasaur for the overflow storage, but the chest is already almost full again. It's so bad, guys. I need more. You ready?
Say we should stage an intervention, but I think we're all guilty.
I have
Don't rush him.
14 words left.
Oh, okay.
What do you have so far?
I have what of the components did the attempt to rescue him fail?
Honestly,
Yeah.
you could just stick with that.
Oh, God, what is happening?
I love
I don't
this.
know what else
I
you
love
would ask.
I love when y'all figure out like a cryptic little bit of information and then you like spiral and freak out and you're like, what does this mean?
We go through like 16 billion different possibilities of what could have
Freaking
happened.
love it. It's so good.
What could any of this mean?
I kind of want to be like, is he asleep and safe or awake and safe? Because I'm getting he's still asleep.
I mean, you could ask that.
I feel like Escher would like lead.
Only 9 more words.
I feel like Escher would lead with him being awake if he were.
You would think
Yeah.
so.
Escher's also a petty bitch, so like,
Here.
Nothing false has been stated.
Yeah.
I
okay.
love
I'm
Escher.
just trying to think of what other information, if wow, this is my like IRL social anxiety getting involved in this. I don't want to pry, but like, We did a
WWDD.
whole ass thing, and somebody got eaten by a dragon turtle to
That's
try to
true.
get Zephyr back.
That's true. Somebody did die, technically.
Like didn't the chick that gave us the rod?
Yeah.
One of
She fully got eaten.
it was one of her like
Oh, it was one of-
crew
yeah, you're right.
members.
Yeah.
Because they
But
were
fully got
rowing it
eaten.
over, and
Oh, they got.
yeah.
Someone did die for that.
Yes.
I think
Yes.
2 people actually.
Did 2 people die?
I feel like
Were
there were
there
2
2 people in the boat?
in the boat. Maybe there was
Oh,
only
that's
one,
so much
but I
worse.
feel like maybe there was 2. Lives were lost for sure.
Lives were lost.
Blood, sweat, and tears.
Okay. So I have 7 more words. So,
You're good.
what of the components? I'm assuming from your response, he's still asleep. Did the attempt to rescue him fail?
I feel like that was pretty good, but I mean,
Yeah.
if there's anything
I'm
else you
trying to
guys
think.
want to add.
If you want, I don't know.
Ooh,
You can say.
I got something. I was gonna say, I got something that's 7 words. Anything we can do, say the word.
Per.
There you go. Just add it to the
Yeah.
growing to-do list.
So, yeah, I'm send to Escher. What of the components? I'm assuming from your response, he's still asleep. Did the attempt to rescue him fail? Anything we can do, say the word.
Yeah, that's my last high level spell slot.
Very good.
You hear
Just
back.
2s and 1s left.
You hear back.
Oh no.
Excuse you. I don't see why it's any of your concern. A lot goes into traveling to the astral sea. Mind your own business.
So that's
what?
he's asleep.
What? What? What?
So
Fully
I'm
means
gonna
he's asleep.
tell the party.
And now,
So I think I touched a nerve.
Oh.
Yeah. Note to self: don't imply that that Escher failed at something. So yeah, Zephyr's still asleep, and yeah, I mean he's understandably salty about that, which been there, but yeah. So I don't think it worked. Either that, or he doesn't have all this stuff, and he just wouldn't tell me. Because, yeah,
Right. Okay. Oh.
All right then.
Well, all right then. Good old Asher.
Oh man.
I have no words. Like, damn.
What a gem.
he's something.
He is.
something.
He is.
We love him.
Now that
we
He's
love
never
the boy
tried to
scout.
We love
be anything more than himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so now that we got chewed out, are we gonna stay here or are we gonna go back to the ship?
Yeah,
that's a good
where do
question.
you want to sleep? Here or the ship?
I'm not sure. I mean,
Hoots would for sure want to sleep in the monastery, with his master being awakened again, finally.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll stay in the monastery.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Have a
You're more
night.
than welcome. There's plenty of room. You guys are served a hot meal. You can finally have like a nice rest. Like your memory of the last time you had a good, nice rest was the last time you stayed at the monastery before all the Feywild mess. So, yeah, you're
Sure.
like, you're weary, and it feels nice to be somewhere where you feel safe and you feel like you can relax. Yeah,
I would like to actually do something before we sleep.
sure.
Let's see. Um. Okay. Yeah. So I guess you mentioned there's plenty of room, so I imagine. Actually, I think she would sort of exit. I guess like the main walls of the monastery. She might go into like a courtyard or garden kind of thing. Sort of, you know, I don't want to say late at night, but before she would go to sleep. And she would just kind of make make a sort of spot to sit, or kneel. And she just sits there, you know, with purpose and yet aimless at the same time until finally she just sort of barely, utters Radiant Salune, I come to you with so much to say, and yet I have no words. And then, more silence. And then almost a whisper. She finally says, I'm so afraid. I'm afraid that I cannot help my friends when they need aid. We were thankfully able to cure Hoots and Featherite, but I tremble to think of what could have been. I fear the absolute worst, as I can only imagine that Shar has the blood tear that was in our possession, and retrieving it feels insurmountable. I want to be strong. For Ronan. For Hoots. For Darren. But I fear our fate, as well as Aurelia's fate. My only solace is knowing that every new moon gives way to light. And then her voice kind of breaks and she says, even if we don't get to see it. I implore you to share with us anything that can turn these tides. Show us with your divine light what our weary eyes have missed. Guide us to your divine purpose. And she sort of sits and finally, brings herself to say amen.
You feel a warm, reassuring, breeze kind of hit your back. And you hear you have done so well. Your light shines in spite of all the darkness that surrounds it. I do not believe that Shar yet possesses both crystals. But I fear that this is the calm before the storm. on the horizon. In weeks to come, there will be a double new moon. I fear what could happen when the night sky goes dark. And that's all you hear.
Fuck! No! Double new moon! Oh god! That sounds so awful. Okay. She said that was in a few weeks.
Yeah. As far as you are aware, it is. Hang on. Hang on. I believe it is. Oh wait, I'm on the wrong year. We passed into 1430, guys. We started the campaign in 1429.
Whoa!
Yeah, I believe currently it's like the month of Avril, which I think is like our equivalent to April. But there is a double new moon.
Right, I keep forgetting there's 2 moons.
Coming up at some point. Yeah, the 22nd of Avril. I think it's. Hang on, I got it written down what day. It's in a couple weeks. A couple weeks and some change.
Okay, Avril.
Avril 3rd. It's Avril 3rd. But I think Avril 22nd is the double new moon.
I can't remember. Actually, next month is Benji. But they they. I look at them and I'm like, yes, I see etymologically what this is. And then others, I'm like, oh, interesting, sure. Put this somewhere. Aurelian calendar, 14. Okay. Oh, I forgot about this. Oh, it's scary. After Avril is, how do you pronounce that?
After Avril, Ein.
Ein. That is our May.
Ein, yeah, Ein's May.
So.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So it's Avril 3rd, 1430. So we passed into the new year while y'all were away.
Oh, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Y'all started the campaign in... let me double check what month. But it was 1429. The Actian sinks on the 12th of Nissa, 1429. That's when
Do
the
we
campaign
have a
started.
1430 calendar? Do we have access to that?
I don't know how it works for y'all. I just click next year and see it, but I don't know.
What? Wait, what?
I don't know how it works for y'all. I can figure it out and send it to y'all, but...
I'm not seeing a place to put new next year.
Well,
but we'll get it.
we can talk about it over break.
Cool. Sounds
So you hear this message from Solune. Is there anything else that you do this evening? Or that anybody does this evening?
I'm good. I'm going back to bed and resolve to tell everyone tomorrow.
Cool. Anybody else?
Ronan probably just gets a drink before she goes to bed.
Sure.
It's been a long...
Yeah, you can probably find some hot sake, and have a drink, some rice wine. Yeah, and you guys go to sleep and complete a long rest, and let's go on and take our break now.
Yeah.
Well, art thou ready to return to the game?
Yes.
Yish.
Yeah, I am. Let's go. Let's go.
Right. Okay, so you all complete a long rest. It's a new day. You can have a nice hearty breakfast in the monastery. Probably a lot of rice involved, but still good. Yeah, is there anything you guys intend to do before whatever this ceremony is?
I would like to share with the party what I learned.
What I learned in boating school is.
And as I'm relaying that information, after Chi says that, she's just like, but if Shar doesn't have both of them, then I guess I just don't know what else would have happened. Was it really just petty theft from some random person? I find that hard to believe, but
It seems strange that they would only take that.
right.
Unless that was the only thing they thought was of value. That's why I think it was targeted.
But the money.
If it was,
Yeah, there was
if
so
it
much
was
money.
petty theft, there was so much money.
Mhm.
Yeah, the only money missing was the amount that
Mhm.
Podan took.
Right. Unless Mackenzie tried to take it, but then lost it somehow. Or maybe he had a cultist take it, but maybe they defected because of the influence of the earring.
And they pieced out.
Or if Allie took it. Did they say how long ago the break-in was?
They said it was a few months ago, though you could probably figure out the specifics.
So does it sound like it was after Allie went to prison?
Allie in prison.
It
with
seems
the
like the
earring.
break-in was only a month, maybe 2 months ago. Allie was taken away. Allie was taken away before that. So Allie was taken away a while ago. Let's see, 5 days after he went to go look for y'all in the Feywild, couldn't find the crossing, and then maybe a week or two after that, he was arrested and taken away. But the break-in happened within the past month or two.
What if one of our crew members took it? The ones that left? What if one of them took it?
A couple of them were in town, right? We could go check on those couple at least pretty easily.
Mhm. Yeah, let's see. So Mac and Pillsbury left for Hangman's Alley. Ronald and Donald went to Alanthir.
RB, I think, was running a farm here, right?
Yes.
And then
Yeah.
Sarah Lee.
Sarah Lee
also
is-
It
here?
is
in
also
town.
Babylor.
Okay.
So
about 2. Well, okay. It seems like the break-in happened in the month of Demi.
okay, so December.
Yeah, and then Arthok was taken.
You mean Allie?
Sorry, not
I
Arthok.
was
Sorry,
about to
this
say, you got something you want to tell
no.
us, Amanda?
This is new
Allie
information.
was taken, was
Or-
arrested in the month of Solil.
Okay. That's June.
Yeah, June. Okay. So, decent amount of time between when Allie was arrested and when the earring was taken. Yeah, you know that in town is RB and Sarah Lee for sure. Is there anybody else that I said was in town?
I mean, there's Crocker's on the show.
Yeah, y'all have
Yeah, the
access
rest
to
were on the
Crocker,
And Vice.
Vice, Sanders,
Wendy.
Wendy, and Carl Jr.
Mm.
God, these fucking names.
Maybe we can ask
Did
them.
this to yourself.
Maybe we can ask them if they heard anybody say anything about that. Because I don't know what else that would be if
Like if they saw anyone unusual in town around them, maybe. It's kind of a small town.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. So,
Do you want to do this now, or do you want to do this after this supposed ceremony?
when is the supposed ceremony supposed to take place? During
I guess whenever Hoots is available and wants to do it.
Okay.
We're flexible.
I love that. I mean, if y'all are down, I think maybe like half of us, talk to our crew on the ship, and then maybe the other half of us go around town. Maybe split up and search for clues.
First. Yeah.
You want to do that before the...
Maybe do this before lunch, and then after lunch we do the ceremony.
Yeah.
Sure.
Sounds good.
Capiche. All right. Who's taking the ship? The crew on the ship.
I'll go.
Or Alana. There's
I'll
also
say-
those that are absent.
Yeah, I'll say at least Chi and Revan. Us two.
Chi and Revan for sure. Anybody else want to take the boat crew, which would be Crocker, Vice, Wendy, Carl Jr. I think that's it. Is there anybody else? Sanders.
I was about to suggest something, but maybe have Isla go, so she might be
yeah.
able to twist Vice's arm.
Okay, we can send Isla.
Yes. Yes.
And, like-
yes.
Sure. Okay, so Chi, Revan, and Isla go to... Why is my camera all blurry? Go to the ship. And everybody else goes to find the other folk that are living in town. All right, let's tackle the ship first, I guess. So you make your way back to the ship and find the usual suspects. Mrs. Crocker, Betty Crocker, of course, greets you. What can I do you for? I have to admit, I'm not used to seeing you around. You've been gone for so long.
Oh, I know. Well, you'll just have to get used to us again, all over again. We'll get to know each other all over again. But I just wanted to ask because we're just getting reoriented back into the world, and we were able to get our belongings, but we noticed that we had this earring. It was a magical artifact, but it wasn't your typical magical item. It was something that would corrupt somebody. When, for instance, when Allie had attacked that ship, and now he's doing his time for that, it was because he had that earring and he was under the influence. But we noticed that earring's gone, and I know that there are some people who have left us in the crew, and I just didn't know if you had any insight on who would have expressed interest in it or who said anything about that. I have reason to believe that that Father McKenzie doesn't possess it. So I just wanted to pick your brain about it.
I mean, to be honest, I'm not entirely sure. I mean, I feel like for me personally, I just spend a lot of time on the boat. I got a couple of sending stones that I use to call my girlfriends. But so that's normally what I do in my spare time. I don't personally know anything about like a break-in, but I'm not necessarily hip to the town gossip. perhaps somebody else is. I don't know what to tell you, sweetheart. Sorry.
Can I
Insight check?
her?
Yeah, sure.
Just
Isla will help you.
thanks. Just to dot the T's and cross the I's. I said
When
what
exactly did this supposed break-in happen?
I've already forgotten. 2 months ago.
It was
Demi in December.
Demi.
Demi. Yes, in Demi. Insight. What the fuck is my insight again? Jesus. It's good. I no. Funny. Wrong thing. Character sheets is up here. And then a chi. Okay, that is 21 for chi.
Yeah, she seems to be telling the truth. She seems pretty rock solid about, telling the truth.
But it was in Demi. I don't remember if you mentioned when the others had left, but did they leave her at that time, maybe?
God, that's a good question. I feel like pretty early, RB set out to get some land for his livestock. Let's see. Wendy's pretty much just stayed on the ship the whole time. I think her and Carl Jr. have kind of gotten sort of like a sibling-ish kind of like spiel going on. Vice has been here the whole time as far as I can remember, though I think he did take the y'all's disappearance a bit hard. When did Sarah Lee leave? She started dating that girl a while ago, but when did she move out? God, it all runs together, and 9 months is a long time.
For sure. I appreciate your willingness.
Sanders has spent every single day manning the rigging and raising and lowering the flags like a goddamn idiot. But far be it for me to tell him to stop doing what he loves.
Oh, I do appreciate that.
Mac and Pillsbury left about the same time. I think it was after Allie left. And after Ronald and Donald left as well. They left about the same time Allie did for Alamthea. Gosh, I let me pull out my calendar. Let me pull out my notes.
Thank you. I have an idea, but I'm gonna let you finish.
Sure. Hang on a second. Let me double check something.
I'm gonna eat some more rice.
I believe Mac and Pillsbury left before the month of Demi as well, so couldn't be them.
Amanda, is Vice in the room? Is he around?
I guess the question is, like, did you pull her aside to talk to her, like, privately, or?
Yes. Well, yeah. Well, I mean, maybe not private. Yeah, yes.
Well, then we'll say that you're having this conversation with her in her, like, own quarters. She would have taken probably the navigator's quarters, so just her own private room. So Vice is not in the room.
Cool. I would like to do something. Let me look something up. Remind myself how this works.
Let's go, lesbians. Let's go.
I know. I was like, oh no.
Y'all were so quick to dismiss Sarah Lee because she talks like a valley girl.
Yes.
She has depth to her character. Just because she's named after
bread.
So, I just want to see something. I'd like to cast Locate Object. and see if I can
Sure.
feel the earring.
Yeah.
That's within 1,000 feet.
You cast locate object. You don't get any pings.
Okay. I was scared that Vice had it. That like Vice was like, screw this, earring is mine now, and this was like his villain arc. So,
I love scorned. It turns into.
literally was like, oh no. Okay. All right. God, that doesn't help. It helps, but it doesn't. It's like who else would have done it? If Mackenzie doesn't have it,
Father Mackenzie.
unless again, one of his crew he sent to get it and then they just deserted with it. That would be the only other thing.
Make an Arcana or Intelligence check.
Is it just me? Can Reva make it?
Just you.
Okay.
Right now.
Okay. Arcana is not great at all. It's actually despicable. Where is my...
What is the number?
3 is the number.
3?
3!
Okay,
Yeah.
never mind.
I love that you don't believe me when I tell you. Because I don't have... I have a +0, so I'm like...
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Well,
You've talked to the one and only Betty Crocker, the chain smoker. So,
I would like to also
I would like
just
to also.
go chat with Vice. a little
Yes,
bit.
of course.
And of course Isla. I want Isla with me.
Sure.
Done.
And yeah, I mean,
Yeah, you find him, you get him to come down from the crow's nest, and he comes down and talks to you. Hi, what did you need?
well, I had asked Miss Crocker about all this, but I just wanted to pick your brain as well, and just say the same thing to him, and see what he says. And I don't want to roleplay Isla in Emily's absence, but I would like to think that Isla is just sort of batting her eyes a little bit, flipping her hair, and it's just like, we'd really appreciate it.
Make yeah, sure. Make an insight check just to see how much the flirting is affecting him.
Okay. That's a 19.
He seems pretty stoic, to be honest. Maybe he's gotten over the crush.
Really?
Yeah, but he recounts pretty much the same timeline as Betty Crocker. Yeah, and he sort of talks about aside from Allie getting arrested, I feel like it's been pretty quiet in Navalor. So I wish I could help more.
That's okay. I guess the only other theory I have is that one of Mackenzie's lackeys was sent to get it, and then he just deserted on his own. It's the only thing I can think of, but I don't know. I can't think of anything else.
It's an upsetting thought.
I know, but if Shar doesn't have them both, and if none of our crew got them, presumably, judging from the information both you and Miss Crocker, so I can't think of anything else right now.
Just for due diligence, since we checked Betty, can I check Vice?
Ooh, thank you.
Insight?
With insight, sure.
Yeah.
Yes, we knew he was stoic.
Yeah.
We knew 13. He was stoic, but was
Not great.
What'd you get?
Was he genuine?
13.
13?
Not great.
13's not the best roll. He's recounting information as best he can.
God. Christ. That would be, oh God.
Yeah. That's fair.
I
That's a
would.
fair-
So you think like you think there are I don't know, like these people working for Father McKinsey that are I mean, I guess he does want that earring, so that's
I almost. That's another thing. It's like I can see both things. I can see him going to get it himself because he wants it, but I can also send him. I also see him not going himself because it seems like a lot of work maybe, and would rather delegate to somebody. But I'm not sure. I don't know. It's
well, I'm sorry I couldn't be more help.
no. You were help. You were.
But I mean, if it's any consolation, I'm glad that you guys are back, and safe. Of
Us
course,
too.
Isla, it's good to see you.
What the fuck is this?
So it's a long time of not knowing.
No, for sure. Yeah. Maybe that'll be the last time we go to plane for a while. Because it's not. Certainly. Yeah, certainly. She wouldn't say this. I was going to say, certainly one of the things of full time, but she wouldn't say that. That's exactly how I feel about it. Feywild. No, it's definitely not great, not terrible.
Wow.
But no, at least we can eliminate that as a possibility. Though, so this is still helpful. We actually the monastery is going to have a ceremony for Hoots' return and for Featherite's revival.
Well, that's pretty cool.
And who graduated from Featherite's study, which is
Wow.
so great. So you should come on down. I imagine it'll start soon. So.
Well, all right then. Yeah, sure. See if we can get the crew to come.
Awesome.
Do you talk to the other crew that are on board?
Let's see. Wendy,
Carl Jr., and Sanders.
and Sanders. Side note, I was totally expecting Carl to be like bad, but he's just insufferable, not bad. So that's interesting. I was expecting that. See, if I say no, I feel like I would let this.
We can like say that you do.
Yeah, I would
talk
like
to
to.
him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
please.
We
Yeah,
don't necessarily
just
have to like RP it all
RP
out,
it.
but
Yeah, I would
Um,
appreciate that. Yeah.
do you just give me an insight roll for each one?
Okay. Okay. So, I'll just.
I think you have better insight than Isla.
I believe I do. Mine's +7.
Yep.
Okay. So Wendy, Carl, and Sanders. So we're gonna say that the Selune dice is Wendy, the KC Riptide dice is Carl, and then the spiritual weapon dice is Sanders.
Sure.
Okay. So Wendy, I have a 16.
16. She definitely like struggles to like recount specific dates. But she's also like much younger than everybody else. Nothing about her seems like she's trying to hide the truth or anything. She does seem particularly excited about learning, potentially learning how to create explosives in y'all's absence. But you do recall her being a bit of a pyromaniac before.
Yes.
But yeah, she's still the sort of awkward, like kind of like possibly crazy little girl that she was before. So, yeah.
Very good. Interesting. For Carl, I got a 12.
A 12. He seems just as annoying and rude as he was before you guys left. A lot of like, why the fuck do you need my timeline? Why do you need these dates from me? Like, I don't understand. I'm just trying to do my job in your absence while you're not even here, and yet I stayed. Didn't I stay? Did you see that I stayed? Ridiculous. There's literally no trust at all in the workforce. But he, through all of that, he seems to give some sort of timeline of sorts that generally matches up. He's missing some things. He lacks some of the specifics, but like it's roughly the same. He doesn't know like specific dates, but he knows general months. It seems like he describes it begrudgingly and sort of like because I had to, but it seems like he has been the one that has been trying to like teach Wendy how to work with ammunitions and gunpowder to create explosives. So it seems like in some way he's sort of taken her under his wing, but in like an asshole big brother kind of way. So take from that what you will.
Okay. Thank you so much, Carl. You are a very valuable part of our team.
Fuck off.
She just like sighs, like, patience. And for Sanders, I got an 18.
18. Sanders gives you like a very specific timeline of like exact dates. All of like his locations are accounted for. He seems very honest and diligent. He talks about how he has diligently maintained the ship, mopped the deck, manned the rigging, cleaned all of the cannons and the mangonel. Like he's taking care of this ship in your absence. It doesn't seem to have mattered to him how long you guys were gone. Seems like honestly he probably would have maintained the ship for decades if he needed to. But yeah, he gives his report. And he's just sort of like, is there anything else you require from me? Ma'am, yes, ma'am.
At ease. Oh, well, thank you so much, Sanders, for your, I don't know words. Claudia doesn't know words. But yeah, diligence,
of course.
attention to detail. Absolutely. Well, be sure to meet us over for the ceremony. We'd love to have you there. Blah, blah, blah.
I look forward to seeing such an event, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Anyway, Jesus. I think that in the interest of seeing everything else that we've got tonight, I think that is everything I will do for now.
Popping over to Hoots, Darren, and who else is with y'all?
Ronan.
I think
Orlana. You guys, who do you go look for first? RB or Sarah Lee?
Let's go talk to Sarah Lee.
Sure. You go find Sarah Lee at the Lonely Lotus, which is, I think it's one of the inns in town. Yes. It's an inn in town. It's run by a girl named Mio, half elf. And yeah, Sarah Lee sees you approaching and comes to greet you. Oh my god, hi, it's so good to see you guys. Oh my god, I can't believe it.
Yeah, it's been a while. How have you been?
I've been pretty good, honestly. I was a little stumped when you guys just sort of like disappeared. But honestly, the town of Navlor, pretty cool place. I mean, I'm not gonna like get mad at y'all for helping me meet like the love of my life. Yeah, I've just been doing some woodworking in town, and I mean, maybe you guys have noticed, but I've just just been trying to really just like hone my craft. Yeah, it's good to see you guys. Oh my gosh, it's been forever. What have you guys been up to?
It's a very long story. We actually have a question.
Sure.
So I don't know. How in tune are you with the gossip and the goings on in town?
Oh my god, I love gossip. I live for the town gossip. Also, it's a pretty small town, so like, you know.
Everybody knows everything about everybody.
Yeah, you're fucking right.
Yeah. It's just like where I was. But, so, a few months back, I think in Demi, Fa and Fee's place got broken into.
Oh shit, you're right. I did
Do you know
hear
anything about that?
They really kept that on the down low. They really tried to keep that from getting out. I did hear about that. They never could figure out who exactly did it, though. Yeah, whoever it was, they were pretty good at, like, getting in and getting out, like, pretty quietly. I don't know. I'm not sure if they... Like, I'm not sure if, like, it's because they were, you know, sort of like the roguish type, or perhaps they had, you know, some magical means to help them get in there and get out. But, I mean, like, look, Fa and Fee are old as shit, but, like, I mean, they've been around the block. They kind of know how to, you know, protect their wares and such. I mean, fuck, Fee, like, dabbles in the Feywild. She's, like, tight with Archfey and shit. So, like... I believe them when they tell me that they, like, keep their stock under lock and key, so I was a bit surprised when I heard that there was a break-in.
Yeah, it was kind of shocking to hear that. Is there anybody is suspicious of? Anybody around town?
Or anyone that, like, stopped in?
Gosh,
Like a face that you saw in town that you might not have before.
I mean, to be perfectly honest, there have been a few new faces that have, like, entered the town. I feel like once word got out that Allie was here, we started to see an influx of people. Yeah, I mean, like, there have been a couple new faces that I guess showed up around the time when he was arrested, maybe right before, maybe right after. And, like, some of them have stayed, some of them have gone. I don't know if I know, like, names. Yeah, I think once word got out that you guys spent some time here, you know, some people have stopped by. You think it was maybe one of them?
We're trying to cover all our bases.
Yeah, sure.
Trying to weed out, narrow down possibilities, I guess, as much as we can.
I can, you know, I'll sit down with Mio and maybe we can put together, like, a list of, like, all the newbies in town, and maybe that will help you out.
That would actually be awesome if you guys would be happy to do that.
Sure, we can try to do that. Look, y'all are like my OG employers, so I feel like, you know, I feel like the sense of loyalty with y'all. I know we didn't fully click, we didn't spend a lot of time together before you guys, you know, like, you know, got ferried away or whatever, but like, look, the salary was legit, so I'm here for you guys.
Awesome. Well, glad to hear it. Glad we got some good connections here. And sure. Congratulations on I heard you guys.
Oh my god,
hitched.
she's like the sweetest. You would not believe. Look, I've been with some real, you know, we're not going to talk about that. But, you know, just look around. You can see my handiwork. I feel like I've really put my name on this place. But, you know, if you ever need a carpenter again, you know, just hit me up.
Yeah, absolutely. Will do.
For sure.
Insight before we go.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
19.
Sure.
Though she seems at first glance to be a bit superficial and materialistic, deep down, this is somebody that knows how to, like, pull herself up by her bootstraps and get herself through some tough times. She seems pretty genuine and pretty rock solid.
Cool. Glad to hear it.
Mm-hmm. Sarah Lee. The other person to look for is RB.
Want to talk to RB?
Sure. You meander out to the farm that you've been told of, where RB has sort of put down roots and, sort of set himself up. And, the familiar dwarf with, 10-gallon hat comes out to meet you. Well, howdy, folks. It's so good to see you, man. I honestly, I wasn't sure when the next time I'd see you guys would be.
Same, man.
Gosh, you're a sight for sore eyes, I tell you what. Well, please, come on in. Gosh, do you guys need anything? You need, a refreshment? I got a jug of sweet tea. Do you want me to pour you a couple glasses?
That would be great. How are Chick, Phil, and A doing?
They're doing good, We've sort of spread out just a little bit. They like the room. It's been real nice, guys. Real nice.
Nice. I'm glad to hear it, man.
For sure. I miss the sea life. I really do. I do feel a calling to be on the ocean. And as unconventional as it may seem, I do think Chick, Phil, and A do miss it as well. I think they like getting to spread out every once in a while, but I think they miss that salty sea air. But, we're doing what we can. We adapt. We know how to do that. But, what brings you guys out to these parts here? And he pours you glasses and hands you some A+ sweet tea. Better than Milo's.
Yeah.
So we were actually, we were seeing if you had any information on something that happened a few months back, and I know we've talked to Sarah Lee about it, and she didn't know much, but I think she and Mia were gonna see if they could, get together kind of a list of what they know. Do you remember when Fa and Fee's place was broken into a few months back?
I don't know if I heard about specifics. I'm not necessarily as plugged in as maybe some other people are. What month did you say this was?
I think it was back in Demi.
Yeah, it's pretty chilly about then. I think me and a couple folks from town were out here trying to cover the crops to keep them safe from the frost that was going to come in.
Gotcha. We were trying to see if there were maybe any new faces that you hadn't seen before around that time, or if...
there have been a couple new folks that have come to town since y'all left. I don't know if it's because of y'all or because of this stuff with Mr. Graves. Very sad about that. I thought he was a pretty stand-up gentleman, but I don't want to
we
judge.
do crazy things for love, man.
Boy, do we. Yeah, there have been a couple new faces. I could get with Sarah and Mio, and maybe the three of us together could try and make sure we cover all our bases.
That might actually be very helpful if you don't mind.
For you guys, shoot. No, I don't mind at all.
All right.
It really is good to see you guys. It's been a long time. Are you guys okay? You're doing all right? You've gone quite a while.
We didn't intend to be gone that long, but
do we ever intend to be gone as long as we are,
Nah.
Yeah. You seem good though. You seem stronger. Like you learn things and you've really taken it to heart and risen up to the occasion.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Life is hard, man. You got to find that silver lining and hold on to it.
Yeah. Any of you guys have anything to say?
You're like,
I feel
what
like
else do
I'm
I
talking a
say?
lot.
I know, I'm trying to. I don't know.
I guess that's
Oh,
on me for being the generally quiet person choosing to play a bard.
Fair, right?
I guess if she's inviting 3 people, we would probably invite them too, right? To Hoots'
Oh, yeah.
ceremony.
Well, shoot, ceremony
Retcon
up at
that
the
we said.
monastery?
Yeah.
I mean, golly, I've never seen such an event. Sure, I'd be happy to go. Do you think they'll allow like a cow, a pig, and a chicken to also go, or should I leave them here?
No, Hoot. Puts his wing.
Well, sure, absolutely. I think they'd really enjoy it. Yeah, getting off
I mean,
the
they were
farm.
part of the crew.
That is true. They are part of the crew. And might I say, Ronan. Wait, is Ronan with...
Yeah.
Yeah. I really like your hair. It's a change, going from black to white, but I really like it. It looks good.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Really brightens up your face,
If you say so.
And I do say so. Anybody want any more sweet tea, or is that good?
I think I'm good. This has been lovely, man.
Of course.
It's been
it's
great
good.
to catch up.
Hey, and if y'all plan on leaving port, let me know. All right?
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Y'all
We'll
take
give you a
care
holler.
now.
You too.
I love them.
Harvey.
Oh, I
He's
did.
great. Oh yeah, insight.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Man,
buttering you up.
almost
That was-
charmed you
Almost.
so much with the southern.
Bad. Was not a good insight if you want
I,
off roll.
Darren doesn't know shit. Let me
It's
see if
RB. You guys trust
see.
him implicitly.
See if RB or if
He's an animal person.
or Alana.
Can't be all bad.
Alana got a
a
16.
16.
Okay, that's twice what I got.
He seems pretty genuine.
Good.
If somebody is gonna devote themselves to taking care of animals plus themselves and everybody else, because he seems to be genuinely kind to everybody else, you're like, can't be that bad a guy. Yep.
Getting the crew back together.
Getting the crew back together, man. All right. So you guys meet up with each other, having talked to everybody on the crew now. Yeah. We're getting close to lunchtime. Is there anything you guys want to share with each other before you go back to the monastery?
Well, it seems you had a lot more success with the people. And that makes sense. The people that were actually in Nevalore proper.
Yeah, Sarah and Mia are gonna try to see if they can put together, and RB. They're gonna try to see if they can put their heads together and come up with a list of people who are. Why is my camera doing that?
Blurry.
See if they can come up with a list of people who were kind of new in town, kind of visited around that time. If they can, just so we have any kind of leads on where that earring could be.
Oh, that'd be so helpful.
Do we need to talk to Firefeet? Would we have any questions for them that maybe they could answer, or nah?
I think we talked with them when we were
I don't remember if we asked
picking up our
questions about
stuff.
I mean, they told you about the break-in when they gave you all your things, because you sensed that something was off, and then they were like,
Yes.
yeah, there was a break-in, one thing was taken.
that. Okay.
But I believe y'all asked if they saw who took it or knew of who could have taken it, and they didn't really have any definitive answer to give you. Like, they didn't see them, they weren't sure, and they were confused why they only took this one object.
Okay, cool. Couldn't
I think
remember.
we-
So,
I think we insighted them too.
Mhm.
I think you did.
yeah.
So, yeah.
I swear, I'm gonna sacrifice my camera.
Like, focus
into
on
its
me.
We back away slowly.
So you guys come together, you share information. and then you head up to the monastery.
I think I would also say, like, I think Vice might be kind of over Allie. Not Allie. Fuck. I don't know. Isla. Can't think of her name.
Right. It's difficult. Isla, Allie.
I know.
They're very similar.
He seemed a bit not like the lover boy we once knew. I don't know. I mean, it's been a long time. I'm sure that would have done it. Yeah, I think. Oh, I was thinking of something, but I think I can probably wait. I've got that written down. And then that. Okay, yeah. Let's go. Let's go to the ceremony.
Sure. You guys head back up to the Soaring Monastery for this ceremony that is going to be conducted. You are led down the center aisle of the main hall of the monastery, Hoots. Your friends and the other monks in training and your crew stand at the sides and watch as your masters take you up onto the platform at the end of the room and invite you to sit. Master Silverflock takes your old robes that marked you as a student, and Brightwing covers you in new ones, reflecting your graduation from training. Your previous robes were more hues of yellows and pale oranges, but these new robes are varying shades of vibrant red with splashes of blue and black. On the back, your robes are decorated with the image of a black owl with a white face, symbolizing Lady Death. Now your rank and the depth of your wisdom will be plain for all to see. But clothes do not make you a warrior or a sage. That can only be achieved through study and experience. Where you choose to be, where you came from, and where you decide to go next. Now, you will receive something from the family you have chosen for yourself. Darren, you can step forward. You were given a small, ornate box to hand over to Hoots, and may say anything that you want to.
So, I'm gonna walk up and kind of kneel down, so I'm kind of at eye level with Hoots. It has been a great honor to be part of your journey and see your growth over the past several months. You have taught me so much in such a short time. I know not where your parents may be, but I'm sure were they here, they would be just as proud of you as I am. Congratulations, son. And I will present him with the box.
You present him with the box. When you open it, you see that inside is a pendant, and it resembles a mermaid that is very similar to the one on the front of Ocean's breast. It seems to have been carved out of wood that has been carefully stained and polished, very reminiscent of the wood that makes up your ship. This is an amulet of health, and I believe you can search for this in D&D Beyond and add it to your character sheet. A very lovely token that you can wear to remind you of the group you have found and the family you've chosen. After Darren steps back and rejoins your friends and your crew, Master Kenai steps forward holding a bone-white spear wrapped in red silk. First, you received a gift that represented your past, your current path. Now we give you something to represent your past, your home, and the foundation of your training. I forged this weapon with care, here at the Soaring Monastery. May it serve you well in your future battles. I we're gonna see if this shows up for you, but you may search for a weapon called Eternal Rest Awakened, and we'll see if it shows up for you. I don't know if it will. I'm not sure because I deleted my D&D Beyond subscription. So.
I love that! Eternal rest! Bro! Awakened!
If it doesn't show up for you, it does?
Uh-huh.
Fuck yes!
Fire.
Congratulations for receiving the first vestige in this campaign.
Oh my god, we got vestige again! I'm so excited!
It is in its awakened state. Yeah.
Oh my god!
And grants you quite a few boons.
Ooh.
But yeah, Master Kenai gives you this spear. It seems to be carved out of bone. Yeah, and he steps back. Next, Master Featherright approaches, carrying a tray, upon which you see a simple clay teapot and a single cup. He kneels and pours you a cup of tea. And with this, we acknowledge the future, full of many unknowns, many questions, but also one absolute: death. Drink and reflect on your teachings and what is still left to learn. Do you drink the tea?
Yes.
You drink
do
from
drink
your cup and bow your head in meditation. As you close your eyes, you feel a calm, a stillness wash over you. You take a deep breath and open your eyes, but find yourself in a new location. It's cold and still. You see dark, craggy mountains in the distance that surround a lone, dark tower. Across the sky is an aurora of greens and deep blues. A low mist rolls across the ground, parting for the tall, dark figure that approaches you. A towering black owl with a stark, white face. We meet again, young one. I was disappointed when we were denied our second meeting. Still, here you stand, like your teachers before you. So tell me, young one, what beliefs and traditions will you hold fast to? I seek to know your soul.
I stand humbly before you, unworthy, but, well, also with the feeling that I am not where I should be, but what I have gained from my masters is knowing that there cannot be life without death, and there cannot be death without life. And there really and truly is a fine balance between the two, which we, as the monks of this monastery, must uphold. And as I have said, I do not feel I am worthy of these gifts or these praises, but I will try to uphold everything that the monastery has taught me, has built within me, to uphold all these truths and teachings.
She towers over you and sort of leans in, cocks her head to the side. And when I think of her in her owl form, I think of the owl in the library from Avatar, Last Airbender. That is like ingrained in my mind. But she sort of towers over you and cocks her head to the side. You intrigue me, child. So I will grant you a gift. You may ask me 3 questions, any that occupy your mind. I shall do my best to answer them.
Oh, this is tough. Okay, outside of the game. I mean, is this something where I should ask about particular characters?
I think it's totally up to you. This is essentially like commune.
Yeah.
You know, and there might be things that she might not know the answer to, but you know, you never know. She is a god, so.
Oh, well, I guess, okay, my first question, Great Goddess, is we have had a item of great importance taken from us. An earring. Do you have a feeling, happen to know of who, well, where its current whereabouts are?
A very specific question. I feel like it's closer than you think. But it is guarded, masked by something. You will not find it through magical means.
Let that stew for a second. Okay. Second question. Yeah, I know. I know.
Oh!
My second question. Jeez. Sorry, this is a lot of pressure.
No, you're
There's
totally
a lot
good.
of-
And I
There's a
mean,
lot
like,
of
you're
things
so
I wanna
look,
know.
I knew it would be a big deal just giving you like 3 questions to ask a god. Like, I don't know what you're gonna ask either, so I'm like, what the fuck is he gonna ask?
That's fair.
But you know, I gotta give you something.
Well, fortune's favored. Do you feel their presence? Or, excuse me, what of their whereabouts?
Ever focused on your friends, aren't you?
Hoot hoot.
I feel that they are on this plane, yet trapped somehow, imprisoned. There is magic afoot. Perhaps a great deception at play.
My last question, great deity. Does my family here at the monastery, once I leave and continue on my journey, will they be safe?
They are a strong, proud sort. They respect balance, and balance respects it. They will be safe, assuming you will accomplish your greater goal.
Thank you, great deity. And of course, Hoots is actually has a steel calm about him.
Yeah.
This isn't our first meeting.
True.
And although, you know, as nervous as he's been, and feeling that he's unworthy of things, he's finally starting to grasp the idea that he can do more than he thinks he can do. So thank you, great deity, for this this second chance at life, and this great power that I know entails great responsibility.
I would struggle to think of a worthier subject. I have answered 3 of your questions, so you will answer one of mine. You will learn by going where you need to go. So tell me, young one, where is it you feel you need to go?
Well, okay, outside of that, like, location-wise? or like...
I mean, honestly, given her general vibes, it could be as vague or as specific as you want it to be. It just seems like what is your next goal, you know?
Okay. Great deity. In all honesty, and with my current connection to death and life, I do sense a great imbalance that needs to, or that I need to venture off with my friends, my party, to quell this potentially world-changing unbalance. That is where I must go now.
Your insight serves you well. There's something about you. Your youthfulness and energy is somewhat reminiscent of my young champion when I first approached her, though her morality and yours do differ. Take what you have learned today and use it to your benefit. And be cautious. I feel that there is trouble on the horizon. There is a calmness to the dark entities that usually revel in death and destruction. It concerns me. I can't foresee what is to come, and I worry that the scales I have been so careful to balance will be upset beyond what I can handle. Until we meet again. And she flaps her wings, and you are hit by this powerful gust of wind that forces you to close your eyes. When you open them once more, you are back in the monastery, seated in the hall and holding the now empty cup of tea in your hands. Master Featherwright acknowledges you with a nod. Rise, young Master Hoots. You are a student no longer. And you watch as all the monks and all of your friends in the hall bow to you, acknowledging your rank, your achievements. Master Featherwright steps closer to you and puts a wing around you. I only have one bit of wisdom to impart, so listen carefully. These will be the most important words I have ever said to you. Hoot, 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 hoot. Hoot, hoot, hoot. Hoot, hoot.
Hoots cries, sheds a tear, gives him a hug.
And he hugs you back.
Hoot, 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 hoot.
Oh my god.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh,
And the ceremony is concluded as they acknowledge you as a master. Though you still have much to learn, your time as a student is over. Very good.
Drop so fast. Wow. Wow.
They grow up so fast.
Oh my god.
Class of 1430.
Oh my god. Then we just need to play the we're all in this together. The High
We're
School
all
3.
in this
The High School Musical 3
together.
remix where they're graduating and it's like very slow.
Yeah, as you leave the hall, you hear bum 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 bum. Dun. You may now turn your tassels over to the other side.
Darren's just playing on his ukulele.
Yeah, absolutely. You got a pretty wicked item there, buddy. Do you want to tell the party a
yes.
little bit about it?
Yeah,
I was reading the details and I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So let me find it.
Eternal rest.
Okay. This spear is made from the ivory bone of an ancient gold dragon and carved with the owlin prayer to the Raven Queen. Ooh. Oh goodness, where'd it go? So it's awakened. So when the spear reaches an awakened state, it gains the following properties. The weapon's bonus to attack and damage rolls increases to +2, and the extra piercing damage dealt by the weapon increases to 2d8.
Ooh.
Here's where it gets crazy. When you hurl the spear and speak a command word, it transforms into a bolt of lightning, forming a line 5 feet wide that extends out from you to a creature you can see within 120 feet. Each creature in the line, excluding you, must make a DC 15 dex save, taking 8d6 lightning damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. Eternal Rest then returns to your hand, but this property can't be used again until next on. So crazy.
Lightning ring. That's so cool.
Crazy.
For any audience members out there, this is basically like a reskin of a Critical Role vestige called Ruin's Wake.
I wondered if it was another reskinned one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's reskinned, but like the Critical Role one is it's one of the vestiges of like the Deceiver gods, so it had some like evil sentientness tied to it that I took out, and I swapped out the languages and stuff because you learn some languages with it. Like while you have the spear, you're able to understand Undercommon and Sylvan, which is pretty cool.
Very cool.
Yep.
Oh my gosh! Also, the
Crazy.
Queen just mentioning.
Yeah, a little
Elzaris.
shout out to Elzaris there. I don't know if anybody caught it, but
Totally.
yeah.
Wicked.
So cool.
Caroline's gonna be mad. Is she?
I know. I hate that she wasn't here. Man.
Well, we'll have to tease her about it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nice little chat with her. Hopefully she was able to impart some wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
So, Benji, I'm curious about, like, Mortimer potentially being. I think I
Heard
know.
the deception might be foot, and I was like, shit, is Mortimer? Because Mortimer has Arthok.
Oh,
I know my brain immediately went to Arthok and like entrapment somehow.
Do you think Mortimer, like, do you think that he got the earring because he was like, no, it must be protected, but then he got bewitched or some shit? Or was he just bad soup for a while? Oh.
Wait, what? Say that again?
I said, do we think that, like, Mortimer took the earrings? Long shot. I'm just spitballing. Did he take the earring to intend to, like, keep it out of bad hands, but then he got bewitched, and now he's.
I mean, they said they snuck in the middle of the night, though. Why would?
And also,
It doesn't seem like Mortimer's style.
also
It doesn't.
the Raven Queen said we wouldn't find it via magical means, which leads me to believe that it's still in the box.
Right.
Very true.
It's true. It is in a lead line box, which does
And the box was missing too.
affect some of your abilities to locate it.
Because I think locate object and scrying can't go through lead.
Lead.
Yeah.
Damn, is magic just radiation?
Right? Like, I know, why does lead prevent magic from working normally? I find that fascinating.
That is something. I don't remember what you said to Mortimer, Benji, but I don't remember if we asked about Arthok, but he did not give anything on Arthok.
I don't think you
We
did
didn't
ask about
We
Arthok.
We
didn't
didn't
ask.
ask about Arthok, but I checked the coins and they were the same.
They were the
Yeah.
same.
Mhm.
Which, like, as soon as, like, basically once he was outside of our vicinity, like, he just went on a fucking rampage. And
Exactly.
those
Yeah.
shits were filling up quick.
Yeah, he did kind of go crazy.
He murdered a whole fucking town and
did.
made
He did. It was
effigies of
so
us,
bad.
including my cat.
It was so
I
bad.
forgot about that.
It was so. It's the
Speaking of which,
darkest we've
retconning last
ever
night,
gone.
Yeah, retconning last
You
night, I
technically
resummoned
okay.
Pancake.
You resummoned Pancake because I was like, we've been Pancake-less since the Feywild, so okay, Pancake is back. Good. I feel
Let
at
me
ease
take-
knowing that
Let me
Pancake
take
is
away
there. Yeah,
the
minus 10
10 gold.
It's expensive to have a pet, man.
Yeah. Especially when your pet's a magical face spirit.
Yeah, right, man.
Oh my god.
Now it is a brand new day, so if you could only ask Mortimer so much, and he could only convey so much information. So if there's anything else you would want to try and reach out to him about, you could.
Yeah, we could
Yeah.
ask about
About Arthok.
Arthok's containment.
Yeah. Who do we
Yeah,
think
'cause,
is
yeah, we
deceiving
didn't-
us?
We didn't ask about that. We just said we're alive.
Yeah.
The earring was stolen. Any intel on Fortune's favored, Father Mackenzie, or the Mythic Six.
That's true. Okay. Yeah. Who do we think, if there's deception, who do we think is doing it? Between, we threw around Mortimer. I kind of don't want to pin Escher to be the deceiver, nor do I want to pin Adrillis, although Adrillis being evil is on our bingo card. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that on your bingo card?
yes.
That's
Mhm.
amazing.
Just like, I'm like trying to think of all the twists that could happen. So there's that, and then like unless it's our crew, but we're decently insightful, I think. So I just don't know. I just
What's throwing me off is the closer than we think.
that right. It's like
You can't use
six.
magic to detect something made of lead, right? It's not like that it won't go through to something
Lead-
else, but it won't work on lead at all.
Yeah, lead bars you from being able to detect the location of the item. Yeah, so locate object scry does not work if it is contained in lead.
Let me see.
But what can we use it on the actual box, or is it because it's made of lead that doesn't work either?
I don't think.
Let me see.
That's a bit of a rules lawyery thing,
in
isn't it?
case
I would
Just
imagine
remember.
that lead itself is
See, that's rules
somehow.
lawyering.
I think lead itself is somehow magic
Okay.
proof
That's fine.
for some reason.
I was afraid you were
Maybe
going to come back
whoever
later and be
created
like,
the
you could have
rules
used it
to
on the box
D&D was
and
like
not
a
the earring.
big Superman fan, and they were like, lead, it's the barrier
Right,
to
It's
all
OP.
things.
It was the late 70s. It was
True.
the height of the Cold War.
That's
like,
true.
nuclear shit was going on.
Man,
Yeah.
Gygax probably. Yeah, let
like
me-
lead, that's it,
Shit, let
man.
me- so it
Nothing
can't do
worse
locate
than
object.
lead.
Let me,
like
let me look up
Radiation.
the specific wording of scribe.
Deception closer than we think. And if we can't find it through magical means, how the fuck are we gonna find it before it's too late? God.
You picked some good questions for
Yeah,
you did.
for
You picked
Lady
some really
Death
good ones, didn't you?
there.
The
I
third
had
one
no
wanted to think
idea
of
what you would
something.
ask, but I felt
But
like you
I
asked
was
some really
like-
good ones.
The third one, I was like, he has to, like, Hoots himself would have, like,
Yeah.
the biggest thing continuing to hold him back is his monastery and his
Right.
his master. So I was like, third one
sure.
has to be family friend oriented,
Absolutely.
but
Very much made sense.
very eye opening,
Yeah, for
I
sure.
think
so intense.
Really good questions. Really, I literally had no idea what you would ask, and it was sort of like a I really want to give him this moment with death again, because I feel like this is a good,
Yes.
like, it makes sense. Like, this is sort of like, we're kind of closing up your backstory stuff here, you know? I mean, there's still room for your character to grow. There's still so much for your character to learn and develop and stuff. But, like, as far as Navalor is concerned, like, your big goal is accomplished. But, like, you have to have this moment with death. Like, it would be cruel to rob you of it. And so I was like, I want to give him these 3 questions, but like, what the fuck is he gonna ask me? Like, who
We're
knows?
just that hard, dude.
So,
We're
you
just,
know, in my little document, it's just blank. It's just like, well, you know, we'll just roll with the punches, man. Good questions. Very good.
Absolutely.
I hope I was able to give you some things without giving you like a fully complete answer, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Some clues, if anything, you know.
Also, what do we think about Fortune's favorite? Imprisoned the deception. So, like, are they in a demi-plane?
I feel like I gave you a lot for that one, to be honest.
Are they in a pocket dimension? Demi-plane? Is that what Relaya is? Just a pocket dimension or a demi-plane instead of an actual other plane?
Very easily could be.
That's where my mind is headed. I mean, it's probably like, yeah, I gave them so much, and then I'm like talking like absolute nonsense. She's like, well,
What's
maybe I did.
trouble mean? I'm looking at the chat. What's trouble?
You were trying to say trouble, but you said trouble.
Oh, did I
trouble.
say
You said trouble.
trouble instead of trouble? God fucking
That's
damn
really
it.
funny.
Look, man, I
I love that
can't
we were all
say
thinking.
everything perfectly the first time.
We don't.
I'm not gonna
either.
make fun of you for saying trouble as much as
Sure.
I make fun of Emily
Trouble,
for
trouble,
saying Bemji.
trouble.
MG.
Wait, what did
For
it
writing Bemji the one time.
Bimji.
Bemji.
Who said Bimji? Who was Bimji?
That was, I guess
Well,
that was Emily.
Was that
it was
Bigler?
Emily was like she was in
I feel like that was
like
Bigler.
Yeah.
like RP distress, and I made a joke in chat, and in all caps she tried to
Put
put
Benji.
Benji,
Was
but
she
put
drunk?
an M instead of an
Because
N. She might have been drunk.
when Bigler's drunk, she typos like no other.
It's
She
so
might have
funny.
been
It's my favorite
funny.
thing ever. Whereas, like, when I'm intoxicated, I almost never typo because I, like, obsess over, like, trying not to put a typo in.
That's
You
funny.
know? I will typo when I'm sober. I won't typo when I'm drunk. Bigler, the typos are so bad. And it's immediate, too, because she's such a lightweight. Oh, man, it's so
Yes.
good.
Oh man.
What are we
I guess-
doing? What are we waiting for? What are we thinking about?
I would like to at least maybe just find I mean I guess Master Feather, right? I mean,
Sure.
you might have thought that. And I, you know, will just sort of be like, you know, I know that Hoots has grown so much, but you know, the person that he was when we all came together was already, you know, becoming and had a lot of aptitude and maturity for so young. And I know that that was because of you. And I think, you know, we're gonna, you know, go somewhere else. Not sure where, but we're gonna go somewhere else. But I hope that you know, the floating monastery of Navalor and the Yoho-Hos can just sort of always be connected. And I want to give him the feather token that I had received in the Feywild, the tree one.
Oh, sweet.
So yeah.
Well,
So I
I
think-
thank you for all the kindness that you have shown him. There is something about him. He's been one of my dearest pupils that I've ever taught. I've taught countless individuals, but few seem as special as young Hoots. And I know he had quite the task ahead of him. He was sort of forced to grow up so quickly, but I do believe he very much rose to the occasion. He's learned so much and gained so much wisdom along the way. And I know a lot of that is because of himself and his own abilities. But I also know a lot of that is attributed to finding such good friends that seemed to truly care about him and look after him as I would hope people would. So thank you so much for all that you've done.
And it will never stop, as far as I'm concerned. It's good to see you up and Adam. And goodness.
It's good to be up and Adam, stretching my wings at last.
Yeah, we'll just sort of amicably part ways there.
Of course.
Do we want to send any more today? We still never talked to Adrillis. We could ask about Arthok. We could do those things.
Mm-hmm. You could.
10 minutes we have left. And shit like that. Benji, I imagine you could probably take care of the Mortimer stuff because you've got the manuscript.
Das
Buch.
Mortimer.
What the fuck do I say to Adrillis while you do that? Okay.
What does one say to Adrillis at any given time?
No, right?
What do you say to your sugar daddy you ghosted for 9 months?
I love that he is
Hey
the
girl,
sugar daddy.
I'm back.
Oh my god, bitch, what's up? Oh gosh.
The mental image of she saying that in any line.
She would never. She would absolutely. I'm trying to think if anybody on your crew would. I feel like the most likely somehow would maybe be Orlana, but I'm not sure.
I could see.
Orlana would.
She would.
Orlana would say that. But I don't think anybody
Sarah
else would
Lee
say
would.
it.
Sarah Lee
Lee
also would.
Yeah.
Okay, so if Casey, if you still have white hair, like in the material plane,
Mm-hmm.
the fuck does that mean?
Do we still have the stuff that we got from that
Have
plane?
you told the party, like, about your white hair?
No one's.
Has anybody asked
I'm assuming we
Ronan
just all
about her
saw it
white
and just
hair?
were like,
When it comes
Okay.
to
I was just
Ronan,
like, oh my god, I died.
I think when it comes to Ronan, we just are like, all right,
Hoots,
you know,
Hoots.
somebody on the crew would be like, "Oh, you have white hair now. Is there a story behind that?"
If they had asked, I probably would have been like, yeah, I was dyeing it black. It's naturally this color.
Okay. So that is being conveyed. Her natural hair color is white.
Yes.
but why is it still white? See, it would have made sense. Okay, because
Has she dyed it since?
No, as in like, I don't know. For some reason, like when we were back on the stupid island, I was like, is this the Astral Sea? You know? And Kyle and I were talking about it. He was like, it would make sense though if you guys were like in your unaltered forms and it was the Astral Sea.
Well, and something else to note is Isla, like, I feel like anybody would be able to see, like, any scars that you noticed on her beforehand are gone.
That's odd.
Her
ears
ear
back.
is returned. Like,
That's
her
insane.
tattoos are also gone.
Oh no.
Oh.
Yeah. So, like,
so weird.
if anybody else had any sort of scars or tattoos on their body, those are gone.
That's insane to think about.
You
I don't
got
know.
fresh skin.
Ugh,
Ugh,
it's a
hated
lot.
that sentence.
Ugh.
Ugh. Ugh.
Ew.
Ooh.
it puts the lotion on its skin.
I guess, anybody can make an Arcana or Intelligence check.
I can. My mom's plus 0, but I'll do it. Can I roll it for Isla too?
You can roll.
Ribbon.
Everybody can roll Arcana or Intelligence. For
Ribbon
most
go.
people, I think the mod would be the same, but for some, it might be different.
Oh, there I
Kim.
rolled better.
Oh shit.
Ronan rolled better.
Oh, no.
Isla got a 17 and Ronan got an 18.
And Revan
18?
got a dirty 20 for Arcana.
20?
Oh.
Ooh.
Shit, I'll try.
Arcana.
Yeah, his Arcana's higher.
Not here.
I
13.
got a whole 6.
I'll say the 18 and the dirty 20. You believe that this is like you've read of things like the spell like clone sort of, or like maybe how certain creatures regenerate new bodies, you know, like a lich can regenerate a new body after X number of days. You feel like you're in like a brand new body, like that has been grown to represent like where you were when you were killed, you know, like your state of age, I guess. It's unsettling. It would explain why Revan's armor is not a part of this new body. It would explain like the hair not being dyed, the tattoos and scars being gone. But it is unsettling. It's like, why do I have a new body?
Where's the old one?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so I wonder if that's just part of the curse then.
I feel like Ronan would have brought that up at some point.
I wonder. No, wait.
Because she's the one who got the 18.
Wait, can we not actually die? Like for real? Because of the curse? Because remember,
And I mean,
thought...
Hoots did have a conversation with Death when he died the first time that was like,
Yes.
something has a claim on you, like something is keeping you from me. Like,
Yes.
And
Yes.
when you talked to her most recently, she said that she was disappointed that she was denied your second meeting. And you believe that you all died when you left the Feywild.
I think, and remember when Arthok was still like out and about, like when people encountered him, they said he fought like he didn't fear death.
Yeah,
So like, I
that's
think
true.
we actually can't die. And like the whole Father McKinsey thing wouldn't have actually been, wouldn't have been so bad. And so I think we can just say, fuck it, we ball and just do whatever we want. We might just be gone for a while, but I wonder
If
if
she
that's...
says that, Ronan gets real excited.
Man, the most dangerous thing, making your players believe they can't die.
The most dangerous thing you
I
can
mean,
do.
this is exactly what it seems like. Let's see, I've got 14 words so far for Virtualist.
You'll just lose 9 months.
Just test the theory, you know?
It's just a theory.
Gay theory.
R.I.P.
Thanks
Matt,
for
who
watching.
is retiring.
R.I.P. Matt.
I cast shatter on myself, so like
It's gonna take several
wouldn't be
shatters
the
to bring you down
stupidest
to
thing we've
0.
done. It would actually.
Oh man.
Let's see.
If any of you guys do decide to fully test the theory of being unkillable, please let me know.
Oh, I was saying cast in the past
That
tense
is so tempting.
because I did when we were in the
You
Yeah.
did
in the
cast
cave.
shatter on yourself when you were in your little like vision cave
fever
tunnel.
dream.
I believe
That is
the
true.
episode is called Tunnel Vision, which I was very proud of that title.
It's a great title.
The last episode was called While You Were Sleeping.
yes.
I have no idea what the current episode will be called, but I'll think on it.
So 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
Hoots, do you want to tell us a little bit about the Amulet of Health that you
Yeah.
received?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's also a pretty dope item.
Amulet of Health.
I gotta say, you said the name, and I immediately felt really sure.
Yeah, wondrous item. Your constitution score is 19 while you wear this amulet. It has no effect on you if your constitution is already 19 or higher without it. So, I mean, it gave me 16... Is that 16? 16 health points, like 59 to 75.
Yeah.
So, huge.
Nice
huge,
little buff there.
like, huge.
Very nice.
Exactly for, like, the build I want to go, so...
Yeah.
When you said This amulet that looks like a mermaid reminds him of the friends he made. I almost typed this, but I didn't want to. I was literally thinking, remind him of some tickle bitty bitches.
I know. I was thinking, I was like, all right, this amulet needs to represent his new friends, his like found family. And I was like, what would that be? And I'm like, I mean, it has to be like something to do with like his ship or his crew. I'm like, it's gotta be the fucking mermaid. But like, I know the mermaid is like the big bustiest mermaid.
Yes.
Just don't talk about it, Amanda. Just don't talk about the big boobs and nobody will say anything.
Well, it's already there.
I thought
moons.
people would make some comment about the 2 full moons, but
Nobody said anything
and
out
I
of
was like,
respect
okay, I just
during
We're
the
really
ceremony.
Yes.
yeah.
Didn't want to.
Little did we know after the
my
effect, everybody was like, oh yeah, there's some big
Tits.
boobs on
We were
that.
all thinking it. Okay. I have a sending ready for Idrillis.
Ooh, okay.
Just to
Fire away to the sugar daddy.
I'm just gonna say hi, Idrillis. We were off plane and didn't realize we had been gone so long. Just dropping a line. Let us know if you need anything. Just an update.
Okay.
Figured to be rude, not say to our benefactor.
It was a. Excited to see what he says.
The amount of people we have to get back in touch with. It's,
I know.
it's
Such a we have so many friends. It's so hard.
Yeah.
But actually, there's too much happening.
There's a bunch. Yes. Oh my god.
Time to count.
I know, same. Mine was 25 exactly, I think, 1, 2.
I would be surprised.
Yeah. I'm so glad I'm not the only one with sending. That helps.
Yeah. Do I want
I was
to
26. I can delete a word. Okay.
do we want to like sorry, I'm putting words together. Do we want to tell Mortimer about Hoots' conversation with Death?
Oh god.
Y'all think on that, and I will give you Adrillis' response.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Oh, my favorite heroes back in action. I can't wait to see you in action. Hit me up in Pelamari when you get a chance.
Oh,
Hit me up.
he's also in Pelamari. I will
He's
convey that to the party.
also in Pelamari.
Very interesting. Okay, so wait. Both of our favorite fanboy and femboys are in Pelamari.
Is this
Clash
the
of
idiot
the
he's schmoozing?
Titans.
Is Idrillis the idiot he's schmoozing?
I do believe you guys were told that Idrillis is originally from Pelamari. So
Yes.
that is his like hometown. All these other places he's been in is just his vacation homes.
Yes, I remember.
So
That's so funny.
he does have a penthouse in every major city.
That's insane.
That's
He's
canon,
like
So
the
he's
Mitt
just always
Romney
there.
of Aurelia.
for sure. For sure.
So yeah, he's always there if we need him, I guess, huh? Okay. Oh god, I don't know because if Mortimer was like fucky lucky and we told them what Death said, I don't think it would fuck us over necessarily. I don't think.
Was there a way
Well-
to insight check a paragraph in a book?
But he might but it might fuck us over though, because then if Mortimer's bad or something, he might be like, oh, so Death told them this, so I need to tell them something else to go along with this. Ha 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 ha. You know, like so that could not go in our favor.
I shouldn't have put that shit in the chat.
Oh my god. Now everybody is like, Mortimer's evil.
Mortimer's evil.
I just don't understand. Maybe let's hold off on the
Starts
Death
twirling his literal mustache.
stuff. My opinion, just mine alone. Let's hold off on the Death stuff for now with Mortimer and just like get a feeler statement about our thought.
If we only ask one question, then he has more words to give us details.
Ooh.
Okay, yeah.
Ooh.
So don't have to use all 30.
Man,
Like if we
we're
only
so
ask
awesome.
about Arthok, then he can use all 30 words to talk about Arthok.
That's so true. That's so true.
This is like 14 words. But I'm just gonna write, forgot yesterday. Any updates on Arthok? Coins remain the same, but wanted to check.
The way we finish each other's sandwiches is just really
Also, I'm gonna sign it.
Yeah,
Darren
okay, so what did you say?
Hose.
Repeat all of that again.
Forgot yesterday. Any updates on Arthok? Coins remain the same, but wanted to check. Darren in the hose.
I know we can't really inside a paragraph. It's
Yeah, it's like trying to gauge tone in a text, which is fucking hard.
I know.
Hmm.
If we make it to the end of the campaign and Mortimer was never bad, I'm gonna actually.
I'm gonna
like,
feel horrible.
well, I'm not gonna feel horrible. I'm gonna laugh my ass off. That I saw what you said and just took it and ran with it. But I mean, like, honestly, because like I just don't know who is deceiving us that we wouldn't expect to deceive us. You know what I mean? Like that. Like that is.
Escher.
Would he though?
Idrillis.
Jules could again.
Maybe I should have been right to suspect him in my wife's disappearance.
Forgot about that too. I mean, Adrillis being evil is on the bingo card. Go ahead, Kinsey.
Was he connected at all to Fortune's favored ship or any of that? Like, did he have anything to do with that?
That's something we need to
Did he
find
give them
out
the
too.
ship or anything? Or crew or I don't know.
Wait, who were Fortune's favored working for? Because weren't they doing something similar to us, like chartering?
Yeah, it was like supposedly a rival or something. Because they had like a bet going about who could get it charted first, I think, right?
Right, but who were they working
What
for?
was the question?
Who
Fortune's
were,
favored.
yeah, who were they working for? Like, were they also chartering?
They were charting islands for Mortimer. You guys were charting islands for Adrillis.
Okay.
And Adrillis was trying to like create a little bit of like competition.
I mean, well,
I guess
definitely.
like
Him and Mortimer.
they're
Obviously,
we're wondering about their ship.
I do believe you're wondering about their ship. In what way? Like
If it was also one of Adrillis' ships.
Yeah, like the other ones that disappeared.
As far as you know, it was not one of Adrillis' ships. Yeah, as far as you know, it was not one of Adrillis' ships. And though they seem to be charting islands for Mortimer, it seems like maybe like after the attack, their quest and their goals may have changed. Because they were, I think what they were going to do is they were going to deliver like some officials to Meldorai after like delivering Arthok to Alamthir. And that was going to be like a whole communication, like, you know, talk about the threat and stuff. But I mean, obviously they didn't make it to Meldorai, so maybe that's contributed to why the summit happened earlier, because important people started going missing. But I don't know. You do get a response from Mortimer, and it says, Arthok is still contained. I've been staying at the prison. All is calm. I must say, it is so good you're okay. We need your help now that everyone seems to doubt us.
What does that mean? Doubt what?
Well, they had a whole summit with no proof.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see. That. Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense.
And it probably would have been too dangerous to like actually have Arthok there. Like Arthok's.
Exactly.
And if if they did have him there, it would just look like a bunch of water.
Be like, this is the greatest danger we've
In a
ever
jar.
we've ever faced. It's like, that's a
water
jar
in a
of water,
jar.
dude.
I got a jar of water.
It's really intimidating if you like
open
really
the
had to
jar.
face it. Seems like water to me, buddy.
Oh my
They can't do
God.
anything because if they open it to like prove something, then everyone dies.
God. So okay, so when when Mortimer said that he was at the prison, he's talking about the prison that is housing
Yes.
Arthok.
Yes,
I thought
that
he wasn't gonna stay there.
He said he
Okay.
would go there. I don't know if he said he would stay there or not, but apparently, as of
I knew he
this
was gonna go,
message
but I
being
thought he wasn't gonna
sent,
stay.
he is there right now. So
I guess I don't know if I can't remember if he had said whether or not he was gonna say. I wouldn't have imagined him staying. I would have imagined him fucking off, to be
Yeah.
honest.
well, and who knows if he's been there this whole time or if he's just popped in.
I see.
Fair.
Huh. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Well,
Okay.
that
Well,
is that.
it's good to know.
No. Requesting. Okay, so it looks like we're already being pulled a few different directions. Wait. What is that song? No, the Disney song, like Disney Channel original movie song, being pulled in different directions. Is it High School
Oh, my brain
Musical?
went to the Addams Family.
I was thinking of that, but I thought of that later. What was? Fuck. Requesting our help, but we are being pulled in a few different directions. So we have Palomari.
Mm-hmm. That would be Escher and Adrillis.
Escher, Drillis.
We were on the way to.
You will receive, Darren, another message in the book because you can send a message, but Mortimer can also send a message. And it will say, I don't suppose you encountered fortune's favored in your travels. It's been a rather disheartening time. Please let me know, or if I can help in any way. And you may respond to that message. So you guys know that Escher and Adrillis are both in Pelamari. Mortimer is supposedly at the prison where Arthur is being held, and you believe that Ali was taken to Alamthir to be imprisoned. So those are 3 notable locations.
As well, wait, Isla and Alamthir. No, Allie, fuck, every fucking time.
You
Allie.
know that some of your crew went to Hangman's Alley.
Yes, that was what I was
That's
going
where
to
it
say.
was.
So that's another place of note. So
Heyman's Alley, earring, question mark, but there's nothing I don't think we can do for that right now, which is unsettling.
yeah, I guess a big question right now would be like, where would you go next if you
Yeah.
could pick? You know.
Can you pull up the map on real
Yeah,
quick?
I was-
Sure, absolutely. Can do.
Oh God, no! It's a High School Musical song or something, right? Hang on, fuck. Not breaking free. Not breaking free.
We're breaking free. We're
There's a-
soaring,
There's a
flying.
Starting something new.
maybe.
No, not that map. I want this map. Go over here. Oh my god. There we go. Jesus Christ.
Okay, so we are in Alamthir. Well, we look like equidistant from Alamthir and Haven's Alley.
Yeah. I will say, as far as you guys know, the exact location of Hangman's Alley is normally kept under lock and key.
Yeah.
Though you do know that Allie is familiar with it.
That is
so. But you also have, you know, like, I mean, I don't know. You might be able to find it without him. So it depends on if you want to leave him in prison or not.
I was about to say, we do also kind of have clout in Alamthir.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. You've done a lot for them. That's a town you've visited more than
leanings.
once, so people there know you. Probably more so than most of the other towns on this map. Except maybe Edgewater, but, you know.
Yeah.
Voluptuous. Good lord. And I don't know why, but watermelon still gets me.
It's so funny.
I forgot, like, so
Watermelon
many of these.
gets me
so many of them.
every time.
I was so happy there was one that had MEL in it so that I could make watermelon again.
Watermelon gets me.
I forgot about so many of these. The
Single
Sex
time.
of Thieves, Zestrode Head.
Well, I don't often
Sonic.
show the map because
Skirt.
it's
I
such a
forgot about the
goddamn
Gay of Shalar.
eyesore.
Okay,
The
I've
Gay
got
of
I've
Shalar.
got a few already, so let me just get to work here.
Emerald Gulp.
Yes.
I forgot about that one.
Oh god.
Fuck. I need a line. That's right. I do this.
Sonic.
It's just Sonic.
It's just Sonic.
Just Sonic.
Instead of Sunia, it's
For
Sonic.
Sunia.
Oh wait, no, I
Sonic.
can just.
Oh, good
Paramore
God
Golf.
Almighty.
Oh, go back. I don't want this.
Bologna Bay is a classic.
The Throbbing Wood.
Jesus.
I love that one.
I love the smiley face. It's just
I know,
there.
just
Just a smiley face. Just a random smiley face.
Pelishart.
Oh, God.
The Roid Sea.
How do I? Okay.
Voluptuous.
Voluptuous. I love that one.
I can't even tell what it's supposed to say.
I can't remember. It was Volturius
It's like
or something.
Volturius, maybe?
Oh, God.
Voluptuous.
And Braycock.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, any ideas of maybe where you guys would want to go? I know, that's a charged question given that half the party is literally not here. So.
Shit. No. Fuck. Okay.
Shit. Yes, fuck.
Yeah. Calamari seems a bit.
Far.
Seems a bit.
Yeah.
Hangman's Alley, maybe a little less so.
Mm-hmm.
Mortimer seems a bit pertinent. Alley seems a bit pertinent.
Yeah.
So I would say between Calamari, Mortimer, and Alley,
Yeah.
those are like the ones for me.
Cool.
I will say,
So-
if we're gonna go to Pelamari, we're gonna have to pass Hangman's Alley.
It's true.
And Calamari's so far away, dude.
Yeah.
Do you want to go to Hangman's Alley without Alley or with Alley? Do you want to go to Hangman's Alley with Bloody Jack? Or do you want the buffer of
shit.
Bloody Jack's first mate to break the ice?
That's probably a good thought.
Something to consider.
If we show up with Bloody Jack, we could go a lot of ways.
So true. Fuck.
I know Isla's not here, but I know she would argue for going for Allie.
How about y'all think on it? And
Yeah,
we
that's a
will
good idea.
end tonight's sessions here.
I have my response to Mortimer.
Oh, yes, Mortimer's response. Of course.
I think this is 29 words.
Lay it on me, man.
So I'm gonna write, we did not, but it seems suspiciously similar to how my family disappeared. Sending doesn't work. Maybe an anti-magic field or pocket dimension. Cult of Cthulhu might be responsible.
All right.
Her.
Very nice. You read your message to Mortimer. Very good. Awesome. Anything else before we close out? No?
Can I just look and see if anything's weird with my shadow or anything?
Yeah, you definitely see it in the mirror.
Okay.
Though you do notice, perhaps you weren't looking before, but not only do you see it in your mirror's reflection, but if you catch any body of water that's remotely still, you also see it there as well.
Okay.
Before, it did not show up in water,
Okay.
but now, as long as you get a clear reflection, it shows up.
Cool. I was a bit concerned that somehow the shadow had gotten through and taken the box, so that's good to know.
You're like, well, at least I know where you are.
Well, I was like, we wouldn't be able to detect that through magic because he's in reflections.
Yeah,
can't
keep
do
your
that.
friends close and your
So-
enemies closer. Yeah,
Good to
very
know.
nice. Yeah, so as you steal your glances and locate your weird shadow demon thing, we will end tonight's session. And look forward to next week, guys. Very nice.
Ew.
And good job, Hoots. You
Yay,
received
Hoots!
many
Woohoo!
wonderful boons.
Master
and
Hoots.
yeah, you saved
Yes,
your
Master
master, which was very, very nice.
So cool.
I wasn't sure if that
is
would
so
happen, to
cool.
be honest.
Yeah, honestly, ever since we lost the original cure, and then I was like, oh shit, well.
Well, and if I'm
Honestly.
being perfectly honest, little peek behind the DM screen. Originally, the algae you would have found in Glimcairn would have sufficed as a cure, and you just would have had to get it all the way around to Navalor, where your master was. But when all that Arthok stuff happened,
yeah.
the more I thought about it, you had talked about your quest in front of him, and the more I thought about it, the more I realized that he probably would be the asshole to just sort of destroy all of that algae. And so your quest sort of changed a little bit after that. But
Yeah.
very nice.
Wow.
You got the first vestige. Very nice.
Damn! I'm so happy vestiges are
First
back.
vestige of
know.
this campaign.
And I'm so glad Hoots got it first, of anybody.
I can't think of anybody more deserving. I really do feel like Hoots is the heart of this group in a lot of ways. He's
100%.
pure innocence,
Yes.
And it's man, just love Hoots.
I mean,
Hoots
he's
and
had to hurt-
Darren are
Yeah. I mean, it's been a long journey. I mean,
Yeah,
really,
for
some
sure.
tough lessons learned.
for sure.
I mean,
you literally died.
More than once.
That's true.
More
That's
than
true
once.
now. More than once. Good God. Alright, Misfits, and that brings us to the end of tonight's game. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you would like to support us, please feel free to like and subscribe. But more importantly, I hope you have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you again next time.